All right, this one here is an interesting one. I had a wee bit of a play with it. I dare say I will be spending a wee bit more time with it as well. It actually does take a bit of time to craft it, even though it saves a whole lot of time. It does take a bit of time to really get into it and to get it working. But what it is, well, the URL is visla.us/AI-director-mode. And this one here helps you to storyboard out some stories for your videos that you are creating. It's almost like well, it is an AI director. So it's an AI program to help you to create the scenes, the characters, the emotion, the feeling in the videos that you're creating. So, and these are for more things that are less spontaneous, that maybe something that's a wee bit more scripted, but it helps you to really create a mini movie, I suppose. So, and the storyboards there are really visual scenes that you draw up, and often that you can do them by hand, or that's how they used to do them in the old days. But these days you can use AI, and it will create the boards of all the scenes that you want in your promotion. So this could be used for if you're running any ads, or if you're wanting to create some video there for social media, for LinkedIn or Facebook or for Instagram, and ones that are a wee bit different and that do stand out as well too. So this one here allows you to create the stories, and then you can go through and shoot it. So let me see if I can get, did I get in there? I can't actually find the login right now. It's got to be around here somewhere. All right, I can't find the login. There's my profile. If I click on that, maybe that'll take us there. All right, let's get out of this. Now, this one is a paid app. It's got a free trial with it as well too. But essentially, you can upload your videos into this, and you can the videos that you shoot from the storyboard, then you can upload them and also help to edit your videos as well too. So the way you start is to create a new project, and then you're using AI prompts to actually ask what sort of video you want, or you're telling it what sort of video you want. So for those that use the cartoon feature, or that hand-drawn feature prompt from last week, one of the things that they do have in here, which I thought might be useful, are this one here, which is the hand drawing your message. So you've probably seen on in social media some of there are programs there that you can buy that will have a hand drawing each of the scenes, but you can actually create that from within here as well. So all you do is you upload your script, or upload the ideas. That can be just bullet point ideas, and you can choose let's say it's the hand drawn item that or selection that is here, and then you can create your video with it. So you're just using this chatbot here to have a conversation with the app here to then go and create the video. So if you want to see some examples of it, there are a range of examples in here as well. And if you click on each of these examples, it'll pop up with a video, and it will give you an idea as to what this is going to look like for you. So if you've got a VA team that you want to get in there to have a play with it, this might be the thing to really get them stuck in to create some good videos. Or if you want to get stuck in yourself, this is a great little app to do it. So as I say, had a wee bit of a play with it, reasonably impressed with some of the output of it all. But I'll be back in there to see what else I can create and to finish off the project that I've got in there. So that one there is called app.visla.us. And these links, we'll drop these into chat so that at the end of the evening, you can save the chat, you can click through, and you can explore them at your leisure. Next one, this one I really enjoyed this week. So this one is called WhisperFlow. And what this allows you to do, well, there's lots of speak to text tools that are. This one here is one that you download to your mobile device or to your computer, and it works across apps. So once you install it, then essentially, like on the phone, where it's got keyboard selections, you can select Whisper or WhisperFlow as a keyboard, and then instead of typing, you just talk, and it turns your text into speech, and it cleans it up as well too. So you can you can have ums and ahs in there and filler words. You can make mistakes in there, and it goes through and it tidies it up as well. So you can even use it in the large language models. So if you're using ChatGPT or Claude, even though they've got their own versions in there as well, you can use it for that. If you're wanting to reply to emails, you can use it for that, or anywhere where you are writing. So one of the things that I use quite often is Google Notes or Google Keep. So I just open up Google Keep on my phone and I hit Whisper, and I just speak the notes that I've got. The reason why I was looking for this is that often I'm driving in a car, I'm listening to a podcast, and when you're driving, it's difficult to, if you hear something that is useful, helpful, you want to make a note of it, then it's really quite difficult to take a note of it unless you pull over and so write it down or sort of jot it onto your phone. So with this one here, I just have my note open on the phone. I can just tap it and speak to it, and it will just take comments of my musings and my notes from the podcast. But it's got quite a wide range of uses, and it works across all of your devices there. So you can download it to your computer and your phone, and you can see all the apps there that it works with. So some of them I use, like Slack and Notion. They don't have talk to or speech to text in those there, nor does Google Keep. So this is just really handy for me just to talk. And of course, I talk way faster than I type, so it actually makes it a wee bit more productive for me as well too. So free. So just jump in and have a try. I've really enjoyed this one. So it's whisperflow.ai. The next thing I've got is not an app specific thing. It is more of a mobile specific thing. Again, this is something that I've been looking for, and I just buckled down and went to find something that was going to work. I found that on my phone, I actually already had it there. So what this is it is a speech. Well, if you've got text on your mobile, on your computer, it will speak it to you. So the iPhone has it. So I've just checked on the iPhone, and you can bring up a web page, a PDF document, an ebook, and you can swipe down with two fingers, and it will just read that page to you. So again, as I say, I listened to podcasts and audiobooks in the car. This way, I'm able to turn anything that I've got into an audio that I listen to. So for me, really cool, particularly when out traveling, and that there is native on the iPhone, which is what I use. And if you're wondering where it is, you go to your settings, enter accessibility, and you'll find the accessibility reader in there. For those of you that are on Android, they have a similar version there. They call it TalkBack. It operates the very same way. And what I've got up on screen here are just the instructions on how to get to TalkBack. There's nothing to see with it. It's just the instructions about how you activate it on your phone. So if you do want to listen rather than read, then this is really helpful. And what I've found I've been able to do is that when I am coming back from the gym in the morning, I've just been listening to some of the emails that have come in. So I just set it going to read my emails. And then if I pair it with WhisperFlow, I can then answer the emails in the same journey as well too. So the read to text and the talk to speech, they actually work together. So I'm still a bit of a novice in this area here, but I'm sure that I'm going to get better. But it is, super helpful. The URLs for those are, for Apple, it's support.apple.com, and we'll just drop the link into chat. And for Android, it's support.google.com. Again, I'll pop this into chat as well too. And the prompt this week, this one here is for those of you that are wanting to uncover your hidden skills and abilities. This was one that's been adapted from people, HR department or an HR system, and looking to see with the people that they've interviewed, they'll drop their CV and resume into it, and anything that they can gather from the net. So they'll go to LinkedIn, they'll go to various other places to upload the information. Then they'll use this prompt to uncover what are the hidden skills and abilities of the person that they're interviewing. But as an entrepreneur and being in business, you can use it yourself to really uncover, what's your zone of genius, or what are the things that are unique about who you are in the business that you're in that make you, different or unique to others that are doing a very, similar role to you. So it is quite a long prompt, and in terms of process. And the way it works is it will ask you questions on the way through. So you just answer the questions. And then it'll move on and ask you the next question, and then from there it will extract out what it thinks is your hidden abilities, your transferable skills, your strengths. And what I've found with it too is that if you are using ChatGPT or Gemini, one of those models, you are better to turn on the microphone. So when a question gets asked by the machine, just speak to text. So just answer it by speaking it, and you'll get something that's far more valuable and far more natural, and it's like having a conversation with someone. So don't type, just speak to it, and I think you'll find it is got some interesting insights in it. So that's today's prompt. Nothing creative you can post, but maybe you can post some of your hidden abilities, or maybe you discover something about yourself that is going to be useful for you in business. And the very last thing I've got for you today is I listened to an interview by Emad Mostak, and he was talking about the last economy. If you're wondering about what's going to be the impact of AI in our lives and in our lifetimes, well, his proposition was, and he's got an AI medical company, so he's developed a apps around in that medical field, and his proposition was that it's going to be 1,000 days before we see the real impact of AI in terms of taking over people's jobs. So and when I listened to his interview, it was I think it was 900 days. So we've got about 900 days ish. So he wrote this book here, which is what does our economy look like? He said we're in the last vestiges of capitalism, and capitalism is based on scarce resources. We're now moving into an AI economy where it's quite a different social shift. So it's a very, very interesting read if you're wanting to get some sort of insights from someone that's in that world as to where he sees things going over the next 3 years or so, and he's really sort of talked about it in terms of what has been happening as well, and you'll identify some of those things that have been happening. Just to overlay that, someone that I know here on the Gold Coast he runs a coffee roasting business, and he has been using OpenClaw. So OpenClaw is an AI app, which is an AI agent. We can create AI agents that can do things autonomously. So he's been using it to create an autonomous bookkeeper. So they've got accounts that come in from suppliers. They come in by email, and they've got to be paid. So he's got this machine reading his emails, pulling out the invoices, downloading them, filing them in his computer, and then going to Xero and loading in all of these invoices into Xero, and then setting up the payments right through to approval for payments. He doesn't touch it. So, and he's just been sitting there watching this thing autonomously, just doing it. But literally, if you're typing things into a browser, it does that. So you no longer have to type in the URL to bring up Xero, or click the app to bring up Xero, and then click through to the particular area in Xero. It does all that. It does it by itself. You can walk away, and it will reconcile your accounts while you've walked away. So that So if you're wondering whether sort of our AI environment is going to impact jobs, if you've got businesses that are able to do that, and I would think there are going to be systems that come out where people don't have to build that. They will be able to just install it on their computer, and then the agent will just run. So it is going to sort of impact jobs. But this chap here was saying that yes, we'll start to see the real impact of it, over the next 3 years or so. So yeah, interesting read, and I've been listening to this, even though it's a PDF that I've downloaded. I've actually been listening to it in the car with the voice reader. And that there is a roundup of our cool online apps and tools. We have a question. Azim.
So Nick,
or a comment?
Just to add to the book that you just highlighted there, I was going to put a link to it. But when everyone's finished reading that book, they should have a read of this book, which is by Yudovsky and Nate Soers, and the title of the book is "If Anyone Builds It, Everybody Dies." Okay, and it's the case against superintelligent AI, and it's worth reading. The guys have been researching it for 20 years. Definitely a sobering read.
Have you got a link for that somewhere?
I can grab one off the internet and I'll put it in the chat there.
Just put it in the chat. Yeah, I'll be interested to read that as well too. Yeah, I think we're in for some interesting times. I've been avoiding it, thinking that it's not going to be that bad, and sort of. But I think we can't really avoid it. So yeah. All right. Well, that's on that note there. We don't mean to suppress us. So let's hop into chat there. What is the app, tool, or thing there that is the one of most interest to you? Yeah, isn't it, eh? It's supposed to be a fun show, isn't it? Not sort of the apocalypse. So yeah, just drop into chat which was the one that you liked. And we'll drop all of these apps and tools into the Business Owners SmashGo Online Facebook group. If you're not a member of that, head over to Facebook and search for Business Owners SmashGo Online. Come and join us. And a heap of the apps and tools that we've spoken about on the show over the past 8 or 9 years are up there in that Facebook group. So who knows, there may be one there that you have been looking for. I dare say there's probably some redundant ones in there as well from some of the earlier years as well too. All right, what do we have here? We have prompt, visitor, talk. There is no app here that's really taken out the app of the week. It's fairly evenly spread. Fabulous. Does the prompt each week replace the previous week? The answer to that is yes. So if you want to grab the prompt, you want to make sure you grab it straight after the show. It's usually up there from Monday through to Monday. So it does change every week. I do keep a copy of it, but the web page changes. But we do send it out in the email as well. So the email that goes out after the show, you'll get the prompt in that. So if you're filing all of those emails in your email inbox, then you will have those prompts as well too.